Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. Now this is a big match. United need to win this game. United have got a lot of tough fixtures and we need to actually accumulate and get as many points as possible because, you know, obviously top four is at risk in my opinion, and I am still fearful that United could miss out on top four. And it's just crazy to see what Unai Emery has actually done for Aston Villa, because when he took over and understood when Aston Villa sacked Steven Gerrard, they were 15th in the league. They're currently sat 6th place with like 6 games to go in the Premier League, joint 5th. Like currently they're 6th, but they are joint 5th, and United have got 6 points advantage over them, but as well as we've got 2 games in hand on them as well. But Aston Villa are a very dominant side recently, and Ollie Watkins is on absolute fire. He's definitely going to be a key player for them, as well as Tyrone Mings and Konsa. They have built this sort of aggressive partnership. They're very tough to deal with, and Aston Villa are known to be keeping clean sheets recently. I mean, they've got a brilliant goalkeeper in Emi Martinez. Obviously, I've just mentioned Tyrone Mings and Konsa. Ollie Watkins is scoring goals for fun. Since the World Cup has resumed in the second half of the season, Ollie Watkins is second for most goals scored in the Premier League since the restart. First is obviously being Erling Haaland. And it's just crazy to see what Unai Emery has done, and the way he's been playing him, he's kind of altered the position and the formation that he's known for playing. Like kind of the boring football that he's normally been playing. He actually plays 2 different formations. It depends on where he actually is. At home, they seem to play a more 4-2-3-1 formation where they're more aggressive, they're more attacking, because you're at home, you've got the crowd behind you. But when they're away from home, they seem to play the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-2-2, where the wide players in the 4-4-2 either become a lot more narrow or do stay out wide, and they are a very dangerous side. And obviously they've got key players like Tyrone Mings, Konsa, Ollie Watkins as I've just mentioned, but obviously Emi Martinez is a complete shithouse. He's an absolute brilliant goalkeeper. And they've also got Jacob Ramsey, who's also a young prospect who always seems to have a good game against Manchester United. Now, obviously, Manchester United have faced Aston Villa twice this season already. We lost 3-1 at Villa Park, but then a few weeks later, we beat them in the League Cup and we beat them 4-2. And that's exactly how United need to beat Aston Villa in this game. It is at Old Trafford, but also we need to run at their defence, because even though Tyrone Mings and Konsa are playing really well at the moment, they've still got a mistake in him in my opinion. And obviously Matty Cash is also out injured, so Ashley Young will be playing there. So if you actually run at their defence and you actually take control of the game, I think United can get a result out of it. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory for Manchester United, but I'm going to tell you how I think Manchester United are going to set up. And for me, I think it's going to be David De Gea, I think it's going to be Diogo Dalot, I think it's going to be Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw and Lindelof. Not in any particular order. If I thought it would be Wan-Bissaka at right back, Lindelof as right centre back, Luke Shaw as left centre half, and Diogo Dalot as the left back, because he's been playing quite well in that position recently. I think the midfield will consist of Casemiro, Bruno, and probably Eriksen or Sabitzer. I think I'd prefer Sabitzer because, again, you know, Sabitzer, I do prefer. He brings more balance to the midfield. You don't play Fred, because Fred had an absolute shocker of a game against Spurs, and yeah, he was just absolutely awful. But I also won't be opposed to not starting Eriksen as well, because Eriksen had a very good game against Spurs the other night, and obviously he did get taken off at 60th minute, so he will be quite fresh. And the front line will probably consist of Antony, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho. And I think that'll be pretty much it's the same team that we played against Spurs. I do think that Eriksen will probably will start over Marcel Sabitzer, but you know, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Sabitzer not starting as well. But it probably will be Eriksen who does start at Old Trafford. But yeah, who's going to be the key player for Manchester United? And I'm going to have to say Marcus Rashford, because he looked really important, he looked really sharp, he looked really fresh against Spurs, and he looked very dangerous. He still looked a bit sluggish at the same time, and he still could have scored a few more goals, but that's him still getting back to full fitness. But he's still scoring goals, and Marcus Rashford had a brilliant game. I also wouldn't underestimate Jadon Sancho as well. He seemed to have a very good game against Spurs as well. And considering he didn't play the full 90 minutes, he'll still be fresh as well. Same with Eriksen, same with Bruno. all United need to do is be as aggressive as Aston Villa are. We don't let them come to Old Trafford and embarrass us. We embarrass them. We make all their travelling fans come to Old Trafford are like just dead excited because Unai Emery is going to get them Europa League football, and bang, United crush their dreams and knock them out of Europe. But obviously, I can't underestimate Aston Villa. They are a brilliant side. And I am looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be very tight. I think it's going to be very aggressive. And like I said, I do think it's going to be a close game, but I am going to go for a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. But Aston Villa are in amazing form at the moment, and I do think they're going to give us a tough game. But yes, Erik ten Hag, how was he set up? Obviously, I think that I've already read the formation out, what I think it's going to be, the predicted 11. I do think he's going to go for a 4-2-3-1. That seems to be our more attacking alternative for our attacking position when we're at Old Trafford. And Old Trafford's a fortress at the moment. And, you know, United don't lose at the moment at Old Trafford. And never say never. But I do think that this is going to be a very tight game. And I am looking forward to seeing how it all plans out. But yes, thank you for watching. That's been my preview for Manchester United versus Aston Villa. If you're new to the video, if you're new to the channel, please remember to like, subscribe, comment and share. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.